It's good that you're here right now. Welcome to the energy update of March 2025. I'm about to channel the Akashic records. Not my own Akashic records, but actually the Akashic records of humanity and of Mother Earth. And I ask it every month, what do we need to know? Can you give us a nice state of the energy, state of the earth? And what are the essential ingredients and practical advice that you want to give us to have an awesome month and an awesome year ahead? So I'm about to channel it, and I was already talking with them a little bit. The topics of this energy update are going to be quite profound. This is an energy update, and most of the time, this is an energy transmission. So this is a very relaxing experience. So you might want to get comfortable, relax, take a couple of deep breaths, and truly listen with your whole body. Now, you might feel energies, you might feel upgrades, you might even feel you will fall asleep, and then as soon as the energy transmission is over, you will be wide awake and feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. All is possible in such an energy update, and I never know how your body is going to react on these energy transmissions, but I know that your body reacts in the best way possible. And in your way, make sure the transmission is fully received. All right, so you can trust that your body is working greatly. And I want to just say, enjoy, relax, and enjoy this meditative energy transmission from the Akashic Records about our March 2025. Let's go. Dear beings of light, dear beautiful adversaries of love and peace, we are beyond grateful that you're tuning in to this transmission. And as a token of our gratitude, we have selected some very beautiful frequencies to send through this channel, through this video. Independent of space and time, you will be receiving some very healthy and vital frequencies that can instantly upgrade your body to a more peaceful state of being. Why do we want to give you more peace? Of course we want to give you more peace. Peace is the state where you run most healthy on. Most moments when there is an absence of peace, and most moments where you feel your peace is robbed away from your life by another person, another comment, another message, another frequency in any way or forms, are moments where you give a little bit of your own power away. And if we see something in the energy field of humanity, is that it's going to be harder and harder for a lot of you to start giving your power away. It will become more obvious to you that you will receive a very interesting and beautiful state of being that is more centered and therefore less easy to just give your power to someone else. If you are in peace and someone or something disturbs that peace, you can just stay in peace. And you will notice as soon as you just stay in the place and in the vibration you already were cultivating, the whole thing stops having any influence over your being. And your mind might come up with some examples where it might think that we are wrong right now, but that is just your mind being the beautiful protector that it is. Your peace is your responsibility. And in a state of peace, your life will function the best. There is no situation where peace would be an unnecessary or an unwanted vibration. And therefore, peace is one of these ingredients you would love to always carry in your energy field. Now, some minds also like a lot of black or white thinking, and they believe that when you are in peace, you're just lazy and saying amen to everything and accepting everything, even if someone is robbing you, or even when there's a disaster will happen. But that's not peace. And we do not want you to confuse peace with an over-acceptance and therefore an overruling of your own energy and overruling of your own boundaries. True peace is feeling peaceful, and if someone is crossing your boundaries in any way or form, with a state of peace, you respond and let your boundaries not cross. You will say, this is a no for me, from a state of peace. Now, also, some minds will feel that peace and urgency don't go together. And they believe that urgency is the same thing as stress. And again, that's a nuance that you do not need anymore. Stress, especially long, continuous forms of stress, are not necessarily healthy for you. But states of urgency can be very healthy. And some of the most successful people use urgency as a little mental trick to keep them going and performing at the highest level. Now, they can have urgency and at the same time be very peaceful and very purposeful in their system. That means that urgency and peace can go together quite well. But stress and peace, stress most of the time will be a disturbance of the peace, especially when there is a long-term stressor in your field. So with those out of the way, and these nuances addressed, we want to say to you that an inner state of peace will be the new norm in the near future. And what we mean with the near future is the next 5 or 10 years you will go through such a transformation, and after that transformation humanity will have risen to such a consciousness that someone cannot rob their peace away anymore. Someone cannot rob their attention away anymore. But while that transformation is in the middle of happening, those situations get stronger and more amplified. And so situations where peace would be robbed away from you in the past would all of a sudden happen more intensely, not because they are meant to happen to trigger you, not because they're meant to happen to rob your peace away. They happen because your awareness needs to see the situations where normally your peace would be robbed, so you can take ownership of your own peace. Your own piece of the puzzle. For us, it's no wonder that in the English language, the word peace and the word piece, like piece of a puzzle, are so similar in their pronunciation and in their written context. If you take ownership of your inner peace, you naturally become the piece of the bigger puzzle. If you let your peace rob away in any stage of your journey, you will remove yourself from being the piece of the bigger puzzle, the piece you are meant to play in the collective. And we are here spreading the Akashic information in more ways to let humanity remember that they have complete ownership of their peace and that they are here to play a very specific, beautiful, unique role in the bigger picture. And we have talked about this in other energy transmissions, but it needs to be repeated. You are here for a beautiful, unique role. And you all played it to some extent, and you went into it and you went out of it, but you are meant to play that role consistently. And in you playing that role and becoming part of the bigger puzzle, in finding your sweet spot, you will be constantly met with all the resources you need and all the fulfillment you need and all the connections you need to take the next step. The next step will always be available to you. The next step of your evolution is always happening. Especially when you are locked into the bigger piece of the puzzle. Now, some of you have chosen to actually birth a new world from a state of love and peace. And others of you have chosen to process the old world so that the old world can be free from the karma that it has been entertaining for millennia. So part of humanity have chosen to birth the new world, and part of humanity have chosen to process the old world. And in this split, a very beautiful, incredible dynamic starts to happen, and you will see the first effects of this in your month of March. This split is already splitting up for a while, but in the month of March you will start to see a very beautiful dynamic of how these two completely separated worlds are still working together. And these two separated worlds are meant to work together, but they also needed to be split into very specific roles. Just like in a company, if everyone in the company does exactly the same amount of roles all the time, that can never sustain for a long time. But if you split the roles into clearly defined pieces, you can still work together to evolve. And at the same time, you can live in a completely different world and have a completely different responsibility. Now, all who is tuning in to this energy transmission have chosen to birth the new world. And thoughts of the new world have come to your mind, and ways that the new world can be very different than it is now has come to your mind. And questions about, couldn't this be more coming from a place of love? Couldn't this be more coming from a place of collaboration instead of competition? All of these questions have been in your mind, and maybe even ideas and solutions have been flooding your mind over the last years. Now, the birthing of the new world is truly going to happen and going into an accelerated process in the month of March. This also means that there will be a certain reorganization of humans, and you will come into contact with humans that you haven't met before, that will play a key part in your life. And at the same time, some humans that played a key part in your life will be going to their role, and they might have chosen, their soul might have chosen the other camp. And they are more concerned with what the old world is thinking and doing and feeling. And they have chosen to process those emotions. Those are the brave ones, truly. Those are the true courageous ones. You're both courageous. All of human incarnations are courageous from our perspective, definitely. But the ones that have chosen to process the old world and chosen to have dabbled or is going to dabble for decades into the frequencies that the old world has been entertaining is a deeply honorable task, and we should salute them and we should support them and we should not have any bad judgment to them whatsoever. They are in for a great journey. You are in for a great journey as well. And the roles will come together in this decade. But now they need to be split apart. And you will feel, without a shadow of a doubt by now, if you are here to process old emotions or if you're here to process a complete new way of living. The birthing process is started. Now some of you might think, yay, finally, it's happening. But birth itself is never an easy process. So even though it is really amazing that it is birthing a completely new world in front of you, the birth process itself can be very painful and pushes you sometimes to the limits. So we want to first convey that this energy is happening and will become more clear in the field, in your field, in this month of March, and at the same time you will be pushed to the limit to let the energies flow through you that needs to flow through you. Pain might appear, strong emotions might appear to let this birthing process be completed. That's why we are sending you all the frequencies of peace so that you can have your inner peace while all of these things are happening. It will be a great benefit to the journey. Every time your peace will be pulled away from you, you give your power away. And so, whenever there is an emotion present, and you start to get panicky and overwhelmed and you don't know what's happening, and you start to scream, take a deep breath. You just gave your peace away. Take it back. Take it back. I can feel this emotion and be peaceful. I can process whatever I'm going through and be peaceful. I will not make a decision until I feel a sense of groundedness and peace. This way, you will be of the most significant service to humanity and to the planet. Beautiful. Another thing that you will start noticing is that time and space are not as they used to be. Yes, you have heard this before, and yes, you will feel this stronger and stronger. As you're moving to this new world will not move anymore, or linear time, or linear growth, or linear space. This means not only that your time will start to stretch and collapse in front of your eyes in stronger ways. It also means that your space will be very different and your perception of space will be very different. It also means that your distance between you and a perceived something will collapse. Which means if you have been longing for any form of connection, love, abundance, first in your mind there would maybe be a distance between you and that state of abundance or that state of love or that state of health. But this will start to collapse more and more, especially when you're here to birth the new world. And in so doing, as soon as you think about the new level of abundance, you will start to embody it easier than ever before. This embodiment can also be seen as distance, because first you saw it as something outside of your field that you needed to achieve with linear steps, and now you see it, you conceive of the idea, and you immediately feel it in your body as if it's happening right now, and not soon after that moment it will start appearing in your reality. Of course, this is what manifestation techniques have already been talking to you for decades, but now it will become natural. To the new human being, this will become natural. And you will still have a delay between manifestation. Only true masters will be able to manifest things and materialize things in thin air. The delay will still happen, but the whole mental difficulty that humans place on themselves when it comes to manifest will slowly disappear. And that has a lot to do with the shortening of the distance of time and space. Time and space will start collapsing in front of your eyes. And it happened already for years, but now it will become obvious to a lot. To the people that already are awake, they will feel excited about it. For the people that have never conceived of time as more fluid, they will start to freak out about it. So we ask all the humans that are already have been playing with time and space relationships to comfort and assist the humans that will be freaked out about it, because it can be quite a trippy experience, and especially if the human is a little bit of a control freak. We really love watch and record the control freaks. If that human is a control freak and all of a sudden their space and time start to collapse in front of their eyes, they need some support, and you can be there for them. So we want to transmit that energy to you, because it needs to be said that you are living in a beautiful collective global community. And these topics that we're talking about, they will start to become opened, especially if you're here to birth a new world. It's time to talk about these things. It's time to talk about the things you have been already cultivating in your heart. It's time to share it, and not everyone will understand immediately. But if you start to talk about, for example, the fluidity of time and space, and that it can stretch and that it can collapse, and somebody looks at you like, I have no clue what you're talking about, and 2 weeks later their time starts to collapse in front of their eyes, all of a sudden they know who to call. They know who has some answers for them, and in this way you can be of service to a fellow community member of your global earth. And this way of helping each other is going to be part of your new earth. And that's what we also mean with immediately starting to embody what you have been thinking about. You have held a vision of humanity in your heart that is going to be reality. And instead of having that vision outside of you, you can start to immediately embody it by talking about the things that the new earth would be talking about, but providing the services that you in the new earth would provide, by coming from the place of unconditional love that the new earth would come from. And your mind might be thinking it's not ready yet. You will be betrayed. You will be not supported, but that thoughts come from a place that is not trusting that you are deeply embraced and held by an incredibly beautiful, loving intelligence. But you know by now that you are held by an incredibly loving, beautiful, creative intelligence. So every thought that is not trusting that intelligence is here to be seen and here to be loved. And the new earth and the version of you that is living in the new earth will start to be embodied. And that is part of space collapsing. There is no distance anymore. Or it will collapse in front of your eyes very soon about the new you and the you now. There's no linear growth anymore. Everything will start to grow exponentially and vertically. And by embodiment, you start to level up. By you completely embodying and owning the new frequencies, like we shared, of peace, of love, of abundance, of unconditional sharing, of support, of serving, of collaboration. If you start embodying these frequencies now, you will start to play your role and you will have a more easeful time in the birthing process. And you will literally help humanity manifest the new earth faster by already embodying this new state of being. Also, businesses that embody this new state of being will flourish more. It all becomes more empowered. It all becomes more central, more obvious. The new consciousness is greatly fueling these new states of being, these new states of economy, these new states of working. You are all ready for it. And that brings us to our next point. Part of this new earth situation is that you are becoming more leaders of your own dominion, leaders of your own responsibility, of your own self, of your own projects, but also of your inner self. You have all got and have received some God-given gifts and some God-given interests in your life. And it is time to be fully led by these God-given gifts. Now, what do we mean with that? Now, for example, some of you have a really great gut feeling and intuition. Use that to the fullest. Trust that to the fullest. Don't trust any other teacher that is not in line with what your gut says yes to. Others of you have a really great rationale and are really great clear thinkers. That's a God-given gift. Use that to pave your way and let that lead you into the new earth and into your life. Some of you are very great in expressing yourself. Use that expressive force to create what you want to create in your life. Some of you are very observant, and we can go on and on. But all of these things that we are telling about are God-given gifts. Also, there are God-given interests. God-given interests are things like that you have always been deeply interested in music. And even you can carry traumas of your past. Maybe your parents said, with music, you would never be successful. Some are very creative and they heard in their childhood, when you're creative, you're not going to be successful. Some of you have the God-given gift and interest to sing. But because your parents didn't believe you became a successful singer or a successful dancer or a successful skater or a successful hockey player or a successful whatever have you, you have stopped that dream from happening. But at the moment, that dream will come back stronger than ever and it's time to let yourself be led by it. Let it lead you and become the leader of it at the same time. Let it lead you forward. Let it show you the way, and at the same time own that skill and become a leader in that skill. This is what we mean with that you're gonna be a leader of your God-given gifts and God-given talents. This will be a topic for the whole year, but this will truly start shining and growing in the month of March. And we are beyond grateful for all of it. We are beyond grateful for having you step into this even more than you already have been doing. It's time. It's no coincidence. You, like we said, are a very unique puzzle piece. You are here to play a unique role. This unique role is a perfect blend of your God-given gifts, your God-given interests, your journey, your life lessons. It's all of it. None of it is coincidence. All of it is by design. Own that design. Own what is given to you and start giving back. That's the way towards abundance in this new world. Start the process and synchronicity will bring you to the right place. Start the process of giving back. And there can be so many mental obstructions. Who is waiting for this? Nobody would like this. I can never be successful with this. All of it is mental conditioning that is not needed in the new earth. So you better not listen to it. Why would you keep on listening to it? It has given your power away for too long. It's time to fully step into new earth, new you, embody it all, learn about your God-given gifts and God-given interests, go fully into them, share them. The world is waiting for it. And it might not happen in the first thing because you're rusty or you need to have a little bit of leeway. Maybe the first video or the first gift or the first course, nobody is waiting. Keep on going. Find a way you can keep on giving what you have been given. And keep on giving what you are interested in yourself. Oh dear ones, we feel so much potential in this month, in you, in all who connected with this channel. And we are beyond excited for your month ahead. We would like to finish with a beautiful prayer and a beautiful alignment of your system. Let us all take a big deep breath in together. And independent of time and space, let's all exhale into peace. Breathe in and enliven the system. Exhale and turn into peace. Dear human, may you be blessed beyond comprehension. May you find love bigger than your heart. May you find the strength to serve the people you came here to serve. May you find the wisdom to inspire their minds. May you find your creativity to amaze their senses. May you find the ingenuity to solve their problems with the greatest ease and joy. May you find the trust and the power to step into your purpose. May you find the clarity to know the next step and the courage to take that step every moment of every day. May you feel all blessings that come through you from all the different dimensions as you walk this path. May you connect and unite with your fellow peers. May you feel their complexity and marvel over their beauty, inside and out. And may you enjoy this earthly life to the fullest, as you are birthing this new world together, all by divine design, all in perfect timing. We intend, wish and invoke that you have an incredible, beautiful, marvelous and meaningful journey. May you have the best month so far, and may your journey be an absolute example of divine grace. In the highest love, we thank you for your attention and your openness to this message. We leave you in this energy. We are complete, and so it is. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Wow. This was another energy update. I wish you such a happy March. Thank you for listening to this. If you want to connect to the energy where this came from, the Akashic Records, I have a beautiful, easy to follow course on my website. It's absolutely amazing, and I, of course, invite everyone to connect with the Akashic Records because it's such a gift to have in your life. And if you're just here to enjoy the vibration, while I'm connecting more and more, and I'm intending to be a better channel, that's also okay. I love you. I'm beyond grateful that you chose to listen to this, and I wish you an incredible month. Enjoy, have fun, let's take ownership of our peace. Oof, there was just so much in this message that I still need to process, but yeah, this was awesome. Thank you so much, dear one. I see you soon in one of the next videos. Much love. Bye bye.